Hello guys, it's Weebupins here. You can Weebs, this is the 6th episode of Weebu Deathmatch. This deathmatch is between Killua Zoldyck from Hunter x Hunter and Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto. And to clarify, I'm talking about part 1 Sasuke. Regular Naruto Sasuke, not Naruto Shippuden Sasuke. Anyway, let's get into this. Anyway, moving on to the rules of Weebu Deathmatch. The rules are pretty simple. No stomps, canon abilities, and the best fighter overall wins. Those are the rules for Weebu Deathmatch. There is a special condition that I want to place for this Weebu Deathmatch. It's nothing that's going to be too game-breaking. Just Nen and Chakra are going to be treated as the same thing, since essentially they are the same thing, since they're both forms of life energy. And that's pretty much it. Anyway, moving on, we're going to start off with Killua Zoldyck from Hunter x Hunter.
ねえ、君いくつ ?12 歳。同い年ね。やっぱ俺も走ろうっと。おお、かっこいい。俺キルア。俺はゴン。
Killua is someone I actually already went over in a previous Weebu Deathmatch against the Kame from Akame ga Kill. Therefore, I don't really need to go too in-depth when it comes to breaking down Killua and his abilities and whatnot. Anyway, let's get into this. First things first, I'm going to talk about Nen. Nen is essentially a form of life energy. There's multiple principles and rules that go into Nen. I'll put something here so you can read over it for yourself. I'm not going to really go into all of them. Killua uses transmutation, which allows him to transform his Nen into a certain property, depending on what Killua decides to use. Anyway, moving into Killua's intelligence, Killua is considered to be one of the smartest characters within the Hunter x Hunter universe. A lot of hunters rely on Killua to form tactics and strategies, but he's also able to run simulations in his head, which usually give the most accurate results possible when it comes to any given situation. Killua is a genius. Killua has a vast amount of knowledge due to his assassination training since he was training as being an assassin since he was a kid. And he still is a kid. Killua was only 11, yet he's one of the smartest characters within the Hunter universe. Moving on to Killua's speed. Killua speed is transonic. I would say Killua is subsonic when it comes to his speed, seeing as he's faster than I can see. However, Killua is also faster than Chimera ants can actually perceive him. And considering that Chimera ants are superhuman in terms of their abilities, it's safe to say that Chimera ants have a higher level of perception than your peak human, and Killua was still able to move faster than they can actually perceive him. Moving on to Killua's power. Killua's power is an interesting thing to look at, but he's able to easily destroy walls. Killua is small building level, or at least room level when it comes to his abilities. Killua is also able to push 16-ton doors without his Nen, and with his Nen is able to push 64-ton doors. So Killua has a lot of power behind him, and I want to say that Killua's power is small building level. I wouldn't say it's large building level, seeing as that would be somewhere around Yopi's level, and Killua is nowhere near Yopi in terms of power. Anyway, moving on to Killua's stamina. Killua defeated 1,500 men in under 2 hours. And Killua hasn't shown any signs of fatigue after it. He's actually able to keep on going again. He was ready to do more stuff afterwards. Killua has a high level of stamina, but also Killua has a high level of durability as well. Killua was able to tank a large explosion from a Chimera ant at point blank range and kept on fighting on like nothing happened. It is most likely due to Killua's pain intolerance, but Killua also has an immunity to lightning, poisons, and mostly pain, honestly. Killua doesn't really show any signs of feeling any pain at all within the series, so it's safe to say that Killua has a high level of durability, possibly even large building level considering the explosion that he tanks from that Chimera ant at point blank range. Anyway, moving on to Killua's abilities. Killua's abilities are interesting, but most of them come from his assassination training, except for the claws. Killua has claws that are able to cut through trees and also rip off limbs of people and Chimera ants like they're nothing. Again, Chimera ants are considered to be superhuman, and Killua was able to easily just rip off their limbs like they're pieces of wet cardboard. And Killua was just a monster, honestly. But also what comes with Killua is the ability to move without being heard and the ability to create after images as well. And moving on to Killua's Nen, Killua uses transmutation, and transmutation allows Killua to turn his Nen into lightning, where he's able to toss Nen lightning out at people, shock people, and also use this form called Godspeed. And Godspeed basically turns Killua into a complete monster. This allows Killua to move his top speed casually, but also dodge obstacles and enemies that usually get within the range of his aura. So to put it simply, Killua can't be touched in Godspeed, and he moves fast enough that nobody would be able to really see his attacks. It does not mean that Killua moves at the speed of lightning. It's just not something that happens with Godspeed. It just allows Killua to move at his top speed casually, and Killua is moving at transonic speeds. So it's safe to say that Killua is moving at transonic speeds, but also with the instantaneous dodging ability, Killua just can't be touched. However, the only weakness that Killua really seems to have is that Godspeed has a time limit, but Killua still has a lot of powerful attributes even when he's out of Godspeed. Anyway, we're gonna move on to our next fighter, Sasuke Uchiha.
じゃあ最後名は内葉サスケ。嫌いなものならたくさんあるが好きなものは別にない。それから夢なんて言葉で終わらす気はないが野望はある。一族の復興とある男を必ず
Sasuke Uchiha, the #1 rookie shinobi of the Leaf Village. First things first, I just want to say it one more time that Nen and Chakra are going to be treated as the same exact thing. The same thing all around. There's not going to be any of that, oh, he won't be able to really see his Nen, so no, it's the same thing. Just wanted to make that clear one more time. Anyway, first things first, I want to talk about Sasuke's intelligence. In the series, it's stated that Sasuke is a genius in terms of intelligence. However, I haven't seen many instances that show that Sasuke is a genius. So the series says Sasuke is a genius, so I'm going to mark him down as a genius in terms of his intelligence. However, me personally, I want to say that Sasuke is more gifted than anything else in terms of his abilities and how he handles ninjutsu and whatnot. I don't see how Sasuke is a genius. Sakura seems more capable in terms of intelligence, and Shikamaru seems superior in terms of intelligence compared to somebody like Sasuke. He's not Sakura, he's not Shikamaru, who actually shown that they've applied some type of intelligence when it comes to doing certain things and tactics. Sasuke just seems to be really good with ninjutsu, and if he's a genius in ninjutsu, then yes, but in terms of his intelligence, I'd say he's above average or gifted. So it depends on how you look at it, but I wouldn't say Sasuke is really that smart. There was an instance where he was able to almost get to Kakashi, but that's more so just strategizing, and I don't want to say that Sasuke is the smartest character from the series. He's a good ninja, yes, but he's not a genius. I don't know. I just don't see it. Maybe in terms of ninjutsu, that's what they mean, but I don't see him being smart in Sakura, and I don't see him being anywhere near Shikamaru. Granted, Sakura is also kind of stupid as well, but that's usually just teenage naivety, and I don't want to hold that against her as a character. She's still pretty smart. Just wanted to go on that little tangent there and just state that there. I just don't see it. Anyway, with Sasuke being genius level in terms of intelligence, we're going to move on to Sasuke's speed. I'm going to be using two examples to scale to Sasuke's speed, and I'm pretty sure there's an accurate way to scale Sasuke's speed, but I'm going to say that Sasuke's speed is Supersonic Plus. Now I'm going to explain how I got to this conclusion. Dosu's attacks move at the speed of sound. He's one of the sound ninja that attacked Sasuke and the gang in the Forest of Death. With Dosu's ability to use sound as a weapon, this essentially means that anybody that can deflect his weapon or at least defeat Dosu has to be moving faster than Dosu's attacks to avoid them. Lee, before getting to his fight with Gar, wasn't able to do that. However, Gar was able to defeat Dosu. It's fair to say that Gar's attacks moved at the speed of sound and be able to handle Dosu without any problems whatsoever. Now, let's move on to Gar versus Lee. Lee was able to fight on par with Gar. He was able to actually move faster than Gar's sand can actually perceive him. And this is after Lee drops his weights. When Lee drops his weights, Gar's sand can't even keep up with Lee. And before that, Lee was already moving faster than the eye can see. So these guys are already hitting subsonic speeds pretty easily. So for Lee to drop his weights and completely bypass the sand, which was able to move faster than the speed of sound, Lee was moving at supersonic speeds. So weightless Lee moves at supersonic speeds. Now let's move on to Sasuke's fight with Gaara. After Sasuke got his curse marked and all that other nonsense and he got a boost in his power and whatnot, he was able to move as fast as Lee without his weights during his fight with Gaara. Another thing to consider for Sasuke's speed is that he was able to move faster than Zaku's attack could actually reach him. Zaku's attacks were said to be sound and air pressure, and Sasuke in his curse mode was able to dodge that attack and take out Zaku the second after. It's very fair to say that Sasuke is Supersonic Plus in terms of his speed. Sasuke's power. I don't want to really say that Sasuke has any impressive power. He doesn't really show any feats of powerful destructive capabilities. However, I do want to say that his Chidori is wall level and is able to destroy large sections of walls with his Chidori. When he was practicing his Chidori, he was destroying large parts of rocks and mountains as well. So it's fair to say that base Sasuke is wall level, and you consider his curse mode and his final clash with Naruto with his final Chidori, Sasuke is small building level in terms of power. So that's where we're at in Sasuke's power. It's small building level at the very best. Moving on to Sasuke's stamina, Sasuke has a fair amount of stamina, however, a lot of his attacks are really heavy, and he runs out of stamina pretty quickly, and he has to go charge his chakra. Once you run out of chakra with Naruto, you usually become incapacitated, and you really can't move as much, and you need to go wait for your chakra to replenish itself. Again, it's your life energy, so it usually goes off your life force. Sasuke does get a boost in stamina when he gets to his curse mode, however, his larger, more grandiose attacks usually take a lot more chakra out of him, and Sasuke runs out of stamina pretty quickly. And since Sasuke doesn't have a high level of stamina within the first part of Naruto, and he's just spamming out fireball jutsus and whatnot, he doesn't really show that he has much stamina to really work with. In terms of durability, I also want to say that Sasuke's durability isn't that high either. However, I'm basing Sasuke's durability's peak as final clash with Naruto. In his curse mode, he was able to withstand Naruto's Rasengan, and he was the only one standing after their fight. So Sasuke's durability is pretty decent, as he was able to withstand end of series Naruto with his Rasengan attack in their final clash. And to be fair, he was taking a lot of hits from end of the series Naruto as well, and getting up and still fighting on with Naruto. He was even punched into part of a mountain, and he just got up and kept on fighting. Sasuke has a decent amount of durability, I'd say small building level at best. Now we're going to move on to Sasuke's abilities. Sasuke's abilities are fun to look at. He has various types of fireball jutsus that he uses throughout the series. Fireball jutsu doesn't really seem to be much of anything but just Sasuke being able to spit out fire, and that's really it. He's able to toss out multiple kunais without any issues whatsoever, and Sasuke also has the Chidori, which he learned from Kakashi Sensei. The Chidori is essentially just a lightning-based ability that Sasuke is able to manifest within his hands and use it as a piercing attack that cuts right through his opponent and almost anything else that he touches. Even able to break through Gaara's defense, which is wall level at best in Gaara's base form. However, Sasuke's greatest ability is his Sharingan. and his Sharingan allows him to see chakra flows, but also copy the moves of his opponents. Anyway, moving on to Sasuke's weaknesses. Sasuke usually has your normal human weaknesses, however, his Sharingan has weaknesses as well. The Sharingan is a sight-based ability. You have to be able to see your opponent. If you can't see your opponent, then the Sharingan is utterly pointless and it doesn't matter. Another thing is, if a move is too difficult, then the Sharingan won't be able to copy it. The Sharingan is a really powerful weapon, however, it does have some of its drawbacks as well, and also drains Sasuke's chakra as well while he uses it. Sasuke doesn't have a really large supply of chakra, so he runs out of it pretty quickly when he uses a lot of his ninjutsus as well as using a Sharingan. But that's really all there is to it when it comes to Sasuke's weaknesses. He doesn't have many, but there are drawbacks from his Sharingan, and he does have human weaknesses, which are normal weaknesses to have. Anyway, we're gonna move on to the results of this Weeble Deathmatch. Anyway, the results, and the winner of this Weeble Deathmatch is... Killua. How, weebs, is what you may be asking yourself. How the hell can Killua beat Sasuke if he can't even touch him? Let's look into this real quickly. Killua has more power than Sasuke. Killua has more durability than Sasuke, and Killua has more stamina than Sasuke. And personally, based off of what I've seen from both of these characters, I think Killua is significantly smarter than Sasuke as well. Sasuke, to me, doesn't seem to come close to Killua in terms of intelligence. Sasuke doesn't really show any feats of higher intelligence the same way Killua does. Killua is just a significantly smarter being. And I feel like I'm actually lowballing Killua in terms of his intelligence, but Killua is a genius. And Sasuke seems to be more gifted than anything, and that seems to just be for his ability to use ninjutsu and learn abilities as well. He doesn't really seem to be on the same level of genius as Killua, who has a vast amount of knowledge, but is also able to handle situations significantly better than Sasuke can. The only thing that Sasuke really has over Killua is speed. And speed definitely is a problem. He could probably blitz Killua. However, Killua in God speed isn't getting touched by someone like Sasuke. He's moving instantaneously. It does not matter how fast you are. Unless you're stopping time, you are not going to be able to hit Killua in God speed. It's just not possible. He's moving instantaneously. Sasuke's best attack wouldn't be able to do much to someone like Killua. If the Chidori is small building level at best, Killua's durability is way higher than that, there's no way that Sasuke's gonna be able to do much damage to Killua. He'd run out of chakra before he'd actually be able to really do anything. Sasuke's final clash with Naruto was a large Chidori, and this is where his power peaks at in terms of attacking power. And Sasuke's Chidori was small building level, but he was pretty much drained from chakra after that. If he went to attack Killua with that same attack, and he hit Killua with it, he'd be done. He'd be out of chakra at that point, and Killua would just go in and destroy him after. Another thing to really consider is, would the Chidori really do damage if Killua can see it coming? Killua has some of the best Nen control within the series. He gets perfect Nen control. So if Killua uses Gyo, he can completely block out the Chidori to the point where it wouldn't do anything to him. But another thing that I thought about, right? What if the Chidori charges Killua and he can recharge off of Sasuke's Chidori? Then what happens? Then Killua completely stomps. It's a loss entirely on Sasuke's end. On paper, this matchup seems fair, but really analyzing it, Killua beats Sasuke most of the time. There are instances where Sasuke could probably blitz Killua, and that's before Killua even gets into God speed. There are instances where Killua uses God speed, runs out of Nen, and Sasuke still has enough chakra to completely take out Killua. Because once Killua gets out of God speed, he's fucking destroyed by Sasuke. That's a fair assessment to make. However, if he stays in God speed long enough, then he should be fine against someone like Sasuke. Another thing I thought about is, Killua would know when most of Sasuke's attacks are coming. Seeing as in Naruto they use hand seals for most of their attacks, Killua would know an attack is coming the minute Sasuke starts putting his hands up. I think in some cases, Killua would be able to actually stop Sasuke before he'd even get most of his attacks off. If you get within Killua's radius while he's in God speed, you won't be able to touch him. And the only people that can do that are people that have more durability and more stamina than Killua. They're able to withstand him. Sasuke being bound by human weaknesses and Sasuke not being able to handle someone like Killua in terms of durability, the win goes to Killua most of the time. And Killua is the winner of this Weeble Deathmatch. Yeah, that was that Weeble Deathmatch, huh? Yeah. If you disagree, please let me know in the comments. I don't mind having a debate or having a discussion about my analysis. I'm completely willing to have a nice, fair, civilized discussion about it. If you just want to tell me that my video sucks and I'm fucking wrong, well, that's fine too. Just leave a comment. Any attention I get to my channel is good for me, so I noticed Death Battle did the same matchup, and hopefully people don't think I'm ripping them off. People are like, oh, Death Battle did it first. I hope people don't do that, but I feel like people are going to do that for memes. Anyway, I have next set of Weeb Death matches already planned. I announced them on my Twitter. I should probably stop doing that. But all of the next few Weeb Death matches are already planned out. Please leave suggestions. I don't mind taking suggestions. It doesn't matter if it sounds ridiculous, as long as it follows the rules of Weeb Death match, where it's not a fucking stomp. I'm all for it. So, I think that's really all there is to this one. I don't think I really have to add anything. Yeah. Anyway, guys, arigato and jamatane.